Right. All right, you can turn. Okay. Thank you. Reaching out to all the massive of the African continent and ensure you too the South Asian Matthew Andrew Robinson all the way in Switzerland and you tune into Fire Radio. Good afternoon, guys. I can see George. Is it Mr. McCullough? Thank you. Hi there. Hi there. Hope you're doing better. Thank you for joining me live on TikTok. Welcome to Let's Talk with Iriton Ali Molly Nyard. Guys on TikTok, thank you so much. Today's topic is Africa's Horizon. We're coming back right at it, starting with a nice, amazing motivational quote, and basically what Dr. Arikana Chimbo Hombori talked about the revolution happening. We'll be looking about what the Nigerian protest and also the South Africa's inequality in that area. But welcome, guys, remembering that you are the change you need to see in the world. It's always about redefining Africans as we redefine ourselves here in the 254 and all over Africa. Sometimes it's hard to get acquainted with someone else when the one you loved is already the perfect match. Until you get the other. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Let's Talk with Iriton. It's another day to be grateful. Always a great time to be alive here on the best radio station, the Black Hot Fire Network. For more information, kindly stream on www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. And guys, you can download our app on Google Store and basically find more empowering, uplifting conversation in regards to African history and identity and everything you need to know about who you are as an African. Today, we're going to talk about a lot that is happening here in Kenya. Senator Onyonka actually talking about everything to do with the government releasing receipts, calling out Ruto's government. Nigerians basically organizing their protest tomorrow. And we also have a protest here tomorrow in Kenya. And also, we're going to talk about South Africa's inequality curse and basically a word on the street in regards to what South Africans are basically talking about that the fact that there's inequality in South Africa. But first, let's start with an amazing, uplifting word from Dr. Arikana Chihombori in regards to Africans who are defeated in the mind. And that's why we are not united. But right now, we are united because we are leaderless and partiless. And I hope the practice is going to go on because there is basically change on the horizon.
My name is Arikana Chihombori. I was born in Zimbabwe, some little village called Kivu. Came to this country to go to college on the first degree in general chemistry and a master's in organic chemistry, went on to medical school, then did a residency in general surgery and family medicine, practiced medicine for 25 years until one night. Around 3 a.m., a phone call comes in and says, Doc, the African Union ambassador to the United States has resigned. She was going to be running for president of her country, and that we would want you to be the next African Union ambassador to the United States. Now, keep in mind, I am a scientist through and through. So who in their right mind would want me to become an ambassador in Washington. I thought that was a joke and it was laughable. Well, I fought it for about 6 months, but because being an African, after a while, I had to listen to my elders. So I figured, okay, if you think you're putting a joke on me, the joke is on you, because I'm going to only go to Washington for 6 months, and then I'll come back. And I'll tell my elders that I tried, but I couldn't do it. But something happened during the first 4 to 5 months. And mind you, I'm staying in a hotel because I knew I wasn't going to get into a contract, renting or buying, that I wasn't going to last. But what was very disturbing was the disrespect that was so blatant.
Yep, she knew it.
In meetings initially, because
That's right. Disrespect that is blatant, because I told you. See, her coming to America, understand, shout out to Dr. Jimbo, her practice was in Tennessee. Actually, went past her practice, right outside of Nashville, Tennessee. That's where her practice is at. Africans have allowed themselves to be disrespected. Unlike a Joby, knowing who you are, because you're like, I say they're more like irritant, weak, it's okay. A lot of people disrespect you, talk to you crazy, because it's all about love. The European sees the African as a childlike mind. Like I was telling Joby on her show, I said, imagine you meeting an irritant as a white person. Now, irritant is not bad to be irritant. She's loving, kind, and just really naive. So the white person doesn't see that as being good. They see that irritant being a childlike mind, and so now she's easily to manipulate and dominate, and they're going to exploit her because she has a. They'll take irritant's kindness for weakness, which they do, and say she has a childlike mind. Because remember when Columbus came to America and met the natives, they said, "Oh, they're so nice and kind. Okay, they're naive and stupid. Time to kill them and take everything they got." That's the way they see. That's how their minds are. So when the African's kind and loving, you don't understand. People take that as you being stupid and docile and weak. And then when they treat you with disrespect and you do nothing about it, you still try to teach them with love and kind of say, "Oh, you have a low IQ. You're not smart." So they say they're worthy of being manipulated. You're worthy of being exploited because you're stupid. You're a child. You have a childlike mind. So, like I said, I learned all this. It was disturbing to me. Wow, you mean they right? Said they call the Africans the child people of the world. They said the African are the only race that never grew up. This is their writings here, Tom. They said the Africans are the child people of the planet, and the African man is considered the woman of all men on the planet. He's weak and soft. Is that right? I said, shit, what? This is how they see us? I said, the African man is weak and soft. He's the female of the men on the planet.
Okay.
So what she's experiencing, understand the disrespect because she lived in America. So she lived in America for all these years. And so her mind frame is not as Africanized, that is colonized. So she can see the disrespect. Because I always used to get mad. I go to white people disrespecting in their face. In your face, and white people like, yeah, and black people like smiling. I'm like, what the fuck? They're smiling, just take it. I said, you understand this motherfucker disrespecting you to your face? Don't worry about that crap. It's about love and kindness. I'm like, what? Like the time I always give this story here, Tom, I was in Tanzania, right?
Right.
And I was standing in this queue. I was in the back of the line, and then this Indian motherfucker walks to the front of the line. And I was like, what? And I'm the only one looking around here. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? I said, hey, was somebody holding this spot? Did he walk away? One of these Africans and his friend was holding this place? I said, no, brother. He just came in line. I said, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? So this what I did. It blew my mind here. I felt so hurt for them, but for me too, because I was standing in the queue too here at time. So I went up to the front of the line here at time. So where he was at, this Indian guy said, this Indian gentleman said, hey, I knew he understood English. So I said, hey, if you don't get to the back of this line, I will beat you to death.
Right.
I will beat you to death. See, that used to African. They know I wasn't from Tanzania. Hear my American accent, so you know I wasn't fucking around. I said, if you don't get your ass to the back of the line, I'll beat you to death. And me doing that, all the other Africans who knew English like, me, instead of me writing the wrong irritant, they were mad at me because they thought this Indian was superior to them. They believed in getting bad treatment.
Right.
He said, brother, you can't be doing that. I'm like, what? I said, you out your fucking mind. You're not just out disrespectful this Indian. Should you like shit? Just came to the front of the line. That's what they do. It's like when Joby was at the grocery store, the white man trying to get in front of her. It's the disrespect because you've allowed it. You've allowed this kind of disrespect. So this what the ambassador's talking about. But go ahead, here, John. Mind blowing. You allow them want to disrespect you, Airtime, ever.
Yes. That's right. Brightest Flame, Keyboard Judy, General Mosquito, thank you so much for joining us here at Let's Pop with Iritan. Today we're talking about Africa's Horizon, and we're listening to Dr. Arikana Chihombori talking about her experience and the fact that Africans were basically defeated fast in the mind.
And I thought it was really quite humorous sitting with all these big diplomats, and here I am, a medical doctor, and I'm supposed to be useful. I'm busy diagnosing them. You know, you got a thyroid condition, you are bipolar, and I got a pill for you. I'm not really paying attention to the deliberations because I don't think politicians accomplish much anyway. So it was more important to diagnose them, their medical conditions. But every now and then somebody will say something and I'm like, wait just a minute, did they just say that? You know? One particular event, there was a whole team of African ministers and one particular leader of a particular department in Washington started raising their voice and screaming and yelling at them.
The white guy.
Africans, you will never speak with one voice. This document over here is going to be a piece of paper 20 years from now. I said, okay. So we got all the ministers here. Somebody say something.
As your experience.
They're not, they're too scared. Their mind, I told you, they're too scared. The African man is colonized in the mind. He's scared of white people. So she's like, say something. They're not going to say anything. Like, oh, no, oh. This is Jesus talking. Go ahead.
Get them. You Africans, you will never speak with one voice. This document over here is going to be a piece of paper 20 years from now. I said, okay. So we got all the ministers here. Somebody say something. It wasn't my show. I was like third. You know how you sit, you got your team leader, and then according to rank, I was number 3. So clearly I wasn't supposed to speak. I waited for those who were supposed to speak. They did not. More and more of those situations became apparent to me. And I remember 5 months into my stay.
And I know, Ambassador, you was like, wow, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? That's why Africa is so backwards, so fucked up. Their minds, understand. People that leave Africa, these men, their minds are so fucked up, so colonized. You got to decolonize the mind. Go there, John.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I said, well, you know what, guys? I'm going to hang around a little bit longer. There were a few, you know what, that needed a good kicking. And that I was going to hang around until they ran me out of Dodge, and that's exactly what happened.
Hey, man, yeah, Dodge, because you got to talk the truth. You said they colonized mind. You said white people are stealing everything out of Africa. The disrespect is crazy.
Yeah.
He said the disrespect was crazy.
Yeah.
Said the robbing and thieving out of Africa. I said, yeah,
The disrespect is for Black people around the world.
exactly.
The abuse
Around the
is not
world.
just for
It's
Africans
global.
on the continent. The abuse is for Black people wherever you find us.
That's right.
I'm going to share with you some basic facts.
Okay.
You see, our story is a simple one. Our story is of truth and facts, which are two constants that do not change. And all we need to do is give the world an overdose of our truth.
This is basically gonna make us understand what also Senator Onyanka is talking about the current government here in Kenya and also what's happening in Nigeria.
And insist on it. As we speak today, I'm going to take you back centuries.
I knew they were gonna fire her. I told her. I said they're gonna fire you. You know they're gonna fire you. The white man gonna tell them you fired this black bitch because you speaking too much truth. See, this is what happens to you, Irritan. Told you, when you speak too much truth in their system, they're gonna ghost your ass. You're gonna get fired.
Yeah.
When you're not a bootleg. Her not being a bootleg or a house nigga, they fired her ass. Go ahead.
Africa as slaves. There was some serious resistance when the occupiers from the West came to Africa, contrary to what some might think.
And there were wars.
They didn't just
They just
give
let
up
their
their
people
children,
go.
but the
They just
fight
give their children.
began long before slavery.
Exactly, they were wars.
And the resistance was those who led them, the majority of them, their heads, as we speak today, are sitting in
England.
jars. Are you aware of that?
New York. Exactly. Most Africans didn't know that. That their heads that were fought for are still sitting in France, Belgium, England. Their heads are in jars. That's how you do. These are the same people that brought you your religion. They got your fucking heads up in a jar.
Yeah. In the museum. I've seen the videos in that museum.
That's right. Not in the museum, not the heads. The jars are in the jars are in the private collection here, Tom. There are artifacts out there displayed, but not the head. You know, you can't put a head on display here, Tom. That's kind of barbarous. Like what? You're not gonna put that. That's in the private collection. You're not gonna put a head that you chopped out to look at in a museum. That makes you a savage. You're not gonna do that here, Tom. God damn.
So we did that though, if they wanted to.
Their heads, their remains are sitting in jars throughout Europe. And the same people have the audacity to come to Africa.
It reminds me of that video of the American guy, and I think he was in Parliament. I'm not sure if it was he was talking about the fact that the Americans should definitely come to Niger. It was about Ibrahim Traore, and he was talking about calming Africans down if you don't listen to what, like, they're coming back, like helping.
He was talking about bombing Niger. He was showing what American power really is. Savage. Some kind of savage shit. Yeah, actually, he said, it's kind of, actually, that motherfucker that you're talking about happens to be my congressman. He's from my district. That wicked cracker. Yeah.
Wow.
He's from, look, he's from Pensacola. It's called Escambia County. That wicked bastard is my actual congressman. Here, Todd. He actually, that cracker represents. You see, I don't live in a majority black area, so white people are gonna put their wicked ass, racist ass people in. I couldn't vote them out even if I wanted to, because I'm not the majority. Black people are the minority where I'm at, so we don't got the power.
Alrighty. That was out of hand, honestly. Like, that, but he was
Of
so
course.
confident when he was
Yeah,
saying it's
yeah, they're
less.
confident because they think you're children. They know Africans have been ruled. Kinda, we're going to show these niggas who the fuck is
Yeah.
the boss. They'll do what the fuck they told to do. Same way you just heard Sister Eric Collins just said she's sitting in these meetings and they get yelled at like children. They get yelled at. He's a fucking high-ranking dip. They get yelled at like children. She looking like,
Yeah.
God damn, the fuck is going on? They yelled at them like children. That's right. The disrespect is palpable. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can say Jibber Jabber. Thank you for joining us on StreamYard. The Smithsonian Museum in DC has a hall with skulls and heads of thousands of native peoples. Alrighty.
And talk to us about human rights.
Those aren't the heads that they chopped off.
But what's
Jibber
it?
Jabber. Those are like skulls they dug up, saying these going back to history. These are people that lived there. Those are skulls they had from burial sites or whatever. Those not the motherfucking that they bought and chopped off their goddamn heads. That's not their heads. That'd be barbaric. Go ahead.
Really, huh? Of course, I definitely know that.
Even more disturbing is that we entertain them
Exactly.
and we don't remind them of these skeletons in their closet.
Religion has a big thing to do with it, Dr. Arcana. You
As we
conquer some
speak
people through their
today,
religion.
Mm-hmm.
the priceless artifacts that is stored from all over Africa are sitting in their museums throughout Europe. And when you and I, when we
Gotta pay
visit
this.
Europe,
Mm-hmm.
You gotta pay to see your own artifacts. Right. You gotta pay
what
to
belongs
you
to
gotta
us.
pay you gotta pay to see your own shit. That's right.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to pay. Why? They should be here in Africa.
So
They
what?
should be
I
here in
stole
Africa, honestly. But
they
the
should
fact
yeah, but I stole them. I stole well you irritant, you go get they should be here in see you naive, they should be in Africa. Yeah. If I gave a shit about them being in Africa, I stole them for me, not for you.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how you feel.
Yeah.
Get that, and as I'm a white man. Get that through your head, irritant. I'm not your friend. You want to believe I'm your friend. If I was your friend, of course, I would give you back your shit, because that's what a friend does. But I'm not your friend, irritant. You naive. You childlike in the mind. Believe I'm your friend. That's good. You believe what you want to believe. I'm not giving shit back. I stole it,
Right.
and I'm keeping it.
They returned few, but they were also saying we can only loan it to you. Really?
Yeah, because I stole it, and now it's mine. I'm not giving you back shit. So you got the power. Told you.
Right.
Do you so now? Well, I believe it's unfair. This you irritant. I believe it's unfair what you did. Yeah, irritant, it's unfair. So what? So what?
Right.
What are you gonna do about it? So what?
Mm.
Well, I believe we can be friends, and I love you. I don't love you. I don't give a shit how you feel.
Mhm.
So you can borrow it for a couple years, then I want the
Right.
shit back. So that's how they treat you here at time. Because you got a child like mine, you believe, like you said, not all of them are bad. The majority of them are. Because that's why they won't give you back your shit. Why are these good white folks petitioning their government here trying to give you back your shit? Why aren't all these good white people telling their white governments to give you back your shit? And there's so many great white
Right.
people. They're not. And they're not going to do it.
Mm. I'm gonna play that video of that politician, American politician.
But
You know what a real U.S. president would do? Say the D-130s were on
that's
their way
him.
to Sheraton.
That's my congressman. That's my wicked ass,
With the
no
water,
good cracker
the medicine, and
congressman.
the food.
That's my congressman. And you look him up, His name was Matt Gates. Do this for me real quick, Airtime. Open up another tab and say Matt
Okay.
Gates. Say what part of the country? No. Say where is Matt Gates from? Just say where is Matt Gates from? It's M-A-T-T. It was M-A-T? No, M-A-T-T. Then Gates is G-A-T-E-Z, I think. It's a weird spelling of his name. Said it. It's like G-A-T-E-Z, Gates.
Oh,
M-A-T-T.
okay. Mark
Matt.
G-A?
Say M-A-T-T, then Gates. Say M-A-T-E-Z.
Mm-hmm.
M-A-T-T-G-A-T-E-Z. Where's he from? Say, where's Congressman? You should say Congress. Where's Congressman Matt Gates from? And you'll see he's from Florida in my district. That motherfucker, that's no good racist ass cracker is my congressman. So you know I got no representation in Congress.
Right.
Yeah, this cracker is my congressman. This racist ass cracker. So you know the district I live in is majority racist.
Right.
Then I said, hey, I can't go talk about it and say, hey, you white people think we should get our shit back. But you don't get out of my face, nigga. We should go bomb this shit out the rest of you niggas. God damn. All right. That's the district I'm living in. Did you find him? Matt Gates?
No.
I say congressman. Say, it better say Congress. Say CONGRESSMAN, Congressman Matt Gates. Where's Congressman Matt Gates from?
Oh, okay. Mark Gates, the representative from Florida.
Yeah, he's my congressman. It's no good racist cracker. That's my congressman. He represents and we had a parliament. She said, that's my parliament. That's my MP, Irritan. This racist ass cracker. Welcome to America.
Yeah, district in Florida. Where Mark Gates is from, the district in Florida. That's what they say.
Yeah, that's my district. He's my congressman.
Yeah.
That's my district. When you put up Pensacola, oh, that's pretty. He's the congressman of that area. That no good bastard is my congressman.
The district is anchored in Pensacola.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That no good bastard is my MP.
The pretty beaches and the pretty view at the beach.
That's right. That's right. That's that no good cracker right there.
Oh my God. You said in regards to what's happening in Niger was super brutal, honestly.
Yeah, he don't care. America's a racist country, Irritan.
Yeah.
Like most Africans don't really want to come to America. They don't know America is racist as shit.
Yeah.
How do you think it's not racist? And it was taking slaves out of Africa. Had slavery for 400 years in this bitch. He don't know it's not racist. So yeah, but that's my congressman, that racist cracker right there. You think he represents me? Of course not. But he'll tell you he loves Jesus. I love Jesus, but kill these niggas.
It doesn't work like that. Jibber Jabber is saying, no, Keith, they got heads in jars too. That's what Jibber Jabber is saying. And it's also saying, get on the bus, Keith. Get on the bus. He's saying, National Action Network isn't that AI chaperones group. Right to why shades do not feed on each other. So Jibber Jabber is saying, Keith, I'm in the same situation in Western Pennsylvania. No,
I know. You got no representation. I know. You're in Pennsylvania, which is like Alabama. Pennsylvania's racist as shit. And you ran up there You out there in West Pennsylvania where it's really racist. So I know you got no representation, jibber jabber. It's all white racists up around that motherfucker. I know. I know Western PA. I know. Shit. Yeah. So some parts of America being black is rough, Jack. Go ahead, Joey.
Pennsylvania, that's a fact.
You know what
That's
the real
right.
U.S. president would do? Say that C-130s are on their way to Niger today
C-130.
with the water and the medicine and the food.
Niger, what? Why do you want to come to Niger before? Why?
Because
No,
because
we
they
don't
had
need the
American.
water
Because,
and anything.
no. He's not talking. He's not talking about for the Africans. He's talking about the American military base that was there. He's talking about giving money.
Okay.
That's it going to the Americans that were in Nigeria.
Okay.
The Nigerians at that time wanted to fuck out. They said, "Hey, you get the fuck out the country," and they didn't want to leave. Remember, so he's saying we send a full escort of American power
Yeah.
and take medicine and stuff to the Americans, and not to the Africans. Fuck the Africans. They don't give a fuck about the Africans. Fuck the Africans. We're talking about taking equipment to the Americans
Right.
that were still there. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
There, and if the Nigerian government or any other third world
Yeah. See.
thug tries to
Third
even turn
world-
on their air defense systems,
if they
we should
stop-
show
exactly.
those leaders and those
See.
thugs what the target package look.
You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, because he called all African thugs because they're not doing what they want to do. So he said, if they dare try to stop us from going into their air system, which is illegal, to help our people in their country who the Nigerians told to get the fuck out, we should now bomb the shit out there and show them what real American power is about. Start killing their ass. This who crackers are. Sorry, Iriton. This is who they are. Not your make-believe. My white people are good. This is who they are. They tell them if they try to stop us from flying into their country without their permission, because they got, he said we do what the fuck we want to do because we're white and these are niggas. And we do what the fuck we want. And if they try to stop us, he said we should show their ass what full power is. He's talking about killing motherfuckers if they don't let us into their country. We just start
It's like
blowing them up.
their houses and
See?
their family
See?
members.
You know what's crazy? Calling African people fighting for the right to have 100%
their own
over
people.
what goes on in
Over their own country.
their country,
Yeah,
with their
thugs.
resources, their land, their people, their politics, thugs. And these are the groups
Yeah.
of people that we don't stop hearing.
Oh, you might go like. Oh, you ain't gonna like. Yeah, exactly. You ain't gonna like her. She already told you that you crazy for believing in your white Jesus here, Tom. Shout out to sister. That sister. What's her name? Joby. I forgot her name. Joby knows her name. So I don't understand you black people in this Christian shit you believe in. Whatever her name is. I forgot her name. Whatever her name is. I don't believe you black people this Jesus shit you believe in.
This
But yeah, call them thugs because you exactly. He'll call you thugs because they don't. White people believe that your shit is supposed to belong to them to make them rich because they're psychopaths. See, you're dealing with psychopaths, and as an African, you gotta grow up now. You can't be child in the head no more. You're dealing with psychopaths, and you gotta treat a psychopath like a psychopath. Sorry. Go ahead, dear.
talk about democracy all the time. They can't stop yapping about it. The people of Nigeria have decided on who they want to lead them and what they want to do with their
And they
land,
don't like
their
that.
country, their people, their resources.
Because they want all that
That's
shit to
what
go to
they're
them.
doing. If the people agree to what's going on there, that's democracy in action.
Exactly. They don't like that. They
That's
don't believe that.
democracy in action. They are the thugs for standing for themselves. They are the thugs for saying, no, we don't want you anymore. But you
Exactly.
planning to, talking about how your country should invade their country,
Exactly.
their home with weaponry and soldiers, cause them pain, trauma, and suffering, and invade their system. And then warp it into what you want. Warp it into something that will benefit you and not them.
Benefit you.
In their own
Exactly.
home. You are not a
Exactly.
thug here. This is Agbero mentality, basic Agbero behavior. These people are just a bunch of thugs. Where
Who they are. That's the whole issue.
Because what's the actual hell? What's the actual hell? And the fact that they can come on camera and say something like this, and this is not considered as them planning to carry out a terrorist act against the
terrorists of the planet.
Nigeria. Just imagine for a second that this is an African leader who came on camera and said all the things that this guy said about America, talking about how they need to go down there with their military men and weapons and just bring down fire and brimstone to America. Imagine if an African leader says this. Do you think they would have been quiet about it? Do you think they would take that lightly? By now, they would have tagged that African leader a terrorist and branded him an enemy of the USA. They would not even wait for said African leader to bring his troops down to the States. By now, they would have sent down missiles to his country, because they would have considered an African leader saying this an act of war.
Act of war.
Which is what this is. What this man said, the statement he
made.
It is,
but they know that the Africans, Anita, pause it. Anita, you know that, but they see the African man as weak. That's an act, and don't know act. These are acts of war. That's what I said, acts of war. The African hasn't developed any real military. He's too busy, like you said, Anita, praying to the fake God. And Jesus will help me, the Lord. All that dumb shit. That don't build nothing. Niggas been praying for 300 years with that fake Jesus and still impoverished and weak. That built no military. White man might have gave you the fake religion, but he built a real military. So that's why the Africans, they're going to the Arabic countries, the women are get treated like shit. These are acts of war. But the African man don't do a goddamn thing because you don't have a military. He's considered as the woman of the planet. Anybody doing anything against your woman, motherfucker, is an act of war. But he's like, oh no, it's my women's fault. It's the women of Kenya doing bad things, or the women of Nigeria and Ghana, this their fault. Instead of you being a man saying, motherfucker, you do it again, I'm going to kill you. It's an act of war. Like any other man would do. No, the African man, no, I'm sorry. Well, you got slavery right now on the African continent. Has the African man did anything? Fuck no. These are acts of war. War. Yes, they know I need to pray to Jesus and pray for my blessings in Jesus and all this other idiotic shit. They don't change that. Everybody's the laughing stock of the planet. You're like, what? What are you talking about? These are acts of war. This is what I'm saying. Hey, listen, motherfucker. These are acts of war. You do it again, it's going to be open warfare. Oh, no, let's go back and try to pray in our church for days and days and don't shit change. You laughing stock of the planet. See, this wicked cracker here and say, let's call on Jesus. He said, let's get the American power and drop bombs on these niggas. And he's in Pensacola. He'll play that fake church shit. He said, call on Jesus. He said, let's go bomb these niggas back into the Stone Age and show them what American power is. These thugs. How dare these thugs want to use their resources for them people? Them resources belong to us, white people, not these niggas. And these niggas need to know it. Go ahead. Go here, John. We can ask cracker here.
Out against the Niger people and the Niger government. The fact that this man could stand up there and say all of this in front of the camera and he did not get any pushback for it tells you a lot about the world that we live in for real and the double standards that exist. Because I bet you a leader from the Middle East would not be able to say something like this and go scot-free. If we have, and we do have, hundreds of African leaders that have been unalived just because they wanted these people to be out of their business, just because they wanted their people to live quality lives and thrive, just because they wanted their resources to benefit their people, they got unalived. You think an African leader would be allowed to just leave if he came out and said something like this? No, he won't. They won't let it fly. But this man can say something like this and nobody bats an eye. Nobody sees
Because
that
of
anything that
power.
he said was wrong.
Anita, because of pause it. Anita, because of power. You Africans have not understood power. Go read the 40 laws of power. He know he can say it because he know he's got power. You caught up, but not you, Anita. Not you, Anita. Anita told you give it that goofy religion. Most Africans are indoctrinated with that dumbass religion. Turn the other cheek. Fuck that. You're supposed to, as an adult, acquire power. He can say it because he know he has power. And the Africans don't have no power to do nothing against him. What he said was wrong. What he said is terrorist. But he's showing you, nigga, I got power. You don't. You can go pray to church, Jesus, or Allah, where the fuck you want to. I don't give a shit about none of that stupid shit. I have power, so I'm going to say what I want to say. And yeah, it's psychopathic? Damn right.
Yeah.
Because I'm a psychopath. So what? You don't got the power to say nothing against me. And if you say something, I'm saying, hey, drop bombs on your fucking ass. Yeah, and I'm going to go to church. I'm going to go to the same fake church I gave you after I kill a bunch of you. So I'm going to go to my fake church in Pensacola and say, oh, Jesus, thank you for bombing these niggas. Thank you for allowing me to bomb all these niggas and kill them all. That's what he going to say. He ain't going to say it's bad. He said, Jesus gave me the power to kill these niggas. That's what they do. But go ahead.
Right.
Exploitation and other people suffering. That's how they become the world power that they are. That's how they get all the
Exactly.
money that they have. So if they don't
What you say?
indulge
Yes,
in
and
sinister, inhumane activities, they can't be up there. That's the only way they know to continue to maintain
Exactly.
their
The
lifestyle.
inhumane,
Of
the
course they are.
sinister.
They don't like what's going
See, there you go. Pause it. See, now, her being an African that's woken up and know that kind of loving. They're sinister. That's a fact. This is who they are. She's not saying, well, there should be some good ones like Iritan. She said, no, they're sinister. As an adult, you got to grow up. They're sinister. Sorry. I didn't make them that way. They are that way. As an adult, you're supposed to use logic and reasoning. They come with sinister agendas to make sure they can rob and steal from you and keep the money for themselves. That's your money. If you got any idea of helping your people, feeding your people, use your resources to help your people, they're coming to kill you. They want to teach you about some fake ass Jesus shit. But they kill you for your own resources because you're wealthy and they're not. They don't have the resources you have. That's why they steal and kill and rob from you. Until you pray to some make-believe God. Go ahead, Iritan.
Okay.
on the continent with Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Senegal, Mali. They don't like what's going on. And they fear that, this is going to spread. So not only are they trying to make sure it does it, they're trying to, spoil.
Exactly right, Anita. It's the domino effect. Exactly right, Anita. They scared it's going to go to Africa because they lose Africa. Africa goes back to the top. It's wealthy. Then that religion, it goes away too. Say, damn, we're wealthy without the fake Jesus? Yeah, moron. You was always wealthy without the fake Jesus and the fake Allah. You were always rich. That's your real history. You wasn't poor like you are now. You got Jesus, now you're poor. You got Allah, now you're poor. How the fuck is that possible? When you were always rich without the fucking fake God. Now you got the fake God. The white man is rich and you're poor. So you're waking up from that bullshit. Shout out to Anita, she said that too. Now you're poor. Ain't it funny now you got Jesus, you're poor. Without Jesus, you was rich. How'd that happen? How'd that go back to African history? You're wealthy. You're wealthy people. But now you're poor that you got Jesus. You're wealthy without Jesus. So how can that be the God then? This God wants you to be poor and fucked up. Because you was wealthy before you got it. Thousands of years before this made-up God. You was wealthy. Both these people on the planet have always been Africans. Always. No matter how much they lied to you, the wealthiest people on the planet were always Africans. It's only now when this barbarian got loose on you and
Yeah.
stealing your shit, now that you're poor.
Right.
Go ahead.
Are now moving towards a more, Pan-African front, a more Pan-African
Exactly.
era.
They don't
They're
want
trying
that.
to sabotage the old ish.
That's
So
right.
things go back to status quo that they like and they benefit from.
Because it should not be Americans that are suffering because President Biden and Blinken are so embarrassed that their strategy in Africa failed
To be
that they're
suffering.
willing to let Americans conditions deteriorate.
What about the conditions of African people that have been deteriorating for over 500 plus years?
Over
now?
years since we
And
met
we're
you.
only
It's
starting
like,
to
I love
slowly
it. I love Anita. I love this woman. This is 500 years. It's like when we were rich, they've been deteriorating since we came in contact with you motherfuckers. Being rich, now we're poor. We were on the top, now we're on the bottom. 500 years with you motherfuckers. And that's the real history. That's the real history. Go there, John. You're talking about psychopath.
There's a pact said that Americans are suffering, and the president of America is so heartbroken because the strategy in Africa failed. That's what this guy said.
He said they're not aggressive enough in killing these Africans and taking back their resources that belong to the African for the American. He said, they're both wicked. He said they're not being wicked. He said they're not being wicked enough here. He's not being wicked enough to go and just killing these niggas and letting them know your shit belongs to us. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's saying that Biden was being too weak by not saying, you niggas, you get in line. Your shit belongs to us. That's what he's saying.
Of course, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the people who are suffering as long as they continue to live fine. That's okay.
Exactly.
On here, like the hypocrisy on here talking about the Americans who are suffering. Who is supposed to be suffering though? And why does any of it have to be like this? That's the one that I just cannot wrap my head around. Like, nobody has to suffer. We don't have to suffer in Africa so you can live the kind of life that you are living. Americans don't have to suffer either. The thing is, there is enough for everybody to be happy. But these people don't want everybody to be happy, though. They want a situation when one group of people are suffering so they can enjoy, even though it doesn't have to be like that.
Exactly.
They want one group to be poor so they can be rich, even though it doesn't have to be like that. Like, it really doesn't. I can never understand these people.
We should always keep our people's well-being at the forefront of our minds. And today we should be resupplying our troops in Niger, Africa, and we should dare these.
I can't listen to this guy.
We should resupply and dare these niggas to try to take us out their country. They shit belongs to us. That's their mindset since they came across Africa. See, I told Africa's wealthy, guys. Understand this. And so I hate to tell you, worship in their fake religions. You want to believe they're my friends in Jesus, then you're a fucking moron. No disrespect to Iraton, but you're a fucking moron. Because they're not your brothers and friends in nothing. Because their nature is to rob and steal. And when I can't understand these people. Yeah, you can understand that they're wicked. And they don't believe in sharing. They want all of it. And that's not your nature. The African nature is kind, loving. Let's share. No, motherfucker, I don't want to share. I want all of it. And you be on the bottom, and you be my servant. That's what I want. And if you ain't gonna do it, we're gonna go to war. I'm gonna make you do it. Then either you stop me from doing it, or I'm gonna do it. That's their nature, whether you like it or not. It makes me like shout out to Malcolm X said. Africa has spent 500 years trying to tame the white man, trying to make him good. 500 years! You done tried to adopt his fake religions. He said, well, we just gotta love him more. He'll change. He's not gonna change. You can't. A dog is a dog. A cat is a cat. You can't change what it is. White man is a white man. You can't love the white out of them. That's who they are. Sorry. You got to come to terms with that and then act accordingly. You know, shit. I know this motherfucker ain't gonna do nothing, but he my congressman. I can't go to his office and say, hey, you know what? I sure would like you put some black legislation that help black people in Pensacola. He'll say, nigga, you got 3 minutes to get out of my office. Well, I call the police to come in and shoot that shit out your black ass. I'm like, yeah, okay. That sounds crazy. Say, hey, you know what, Matt Gaetz, I'd like you to do something for black people here in Pensacola. Since you do represent a few black people, you're like, no, get your black ass out of here. He said, if you don't, I'm calling the police on you right now, and I'm gonna tell them you're a black terrorist. I'm a terrorist? I just came to say, can you help some black people? And you know, if I tell them you're a terrorist, they're gonna come and shoot that shit out your black ass. I said, I'm leaving. I'm leaving now, goddammit. Don't worry about it. That's my Congress. That's my MP right there. This wicked ass racist.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good every time.
That was a lot. Digressing from that. Back to Senator Onyonka talking about the same thing that is happening in Nairobi, Kenya. General Mosquito, this guy is out of his mind. Yeah, that's why I couldn't listen to him no more. You can't change that animal's DNA.
Yep.
Right.
John doesn't know they got animal DNA. I try to explain that to her. That's, and I was telling Job in her show that why they were created. And every time they won't believe they got animal DNA, we know it's a fact, Joe Mosquito. He's a fact, but every time can't wrap her head around that.
This is what Senator Onyonka is talking about. Why governance systems in this country are designed to fail.
Looking at numbers like 18% over the next 30
all
years.
the details.
Would we have such details on such progression if it was merely at just proposal stage where, hey guys, I think I can do something for you? Would we have such details at this stage?
My honest question is exactly from what you are saying, and this is the point I'm making. You can't sign, you can't begin to engage on ambit. Let me put it this way, Latif. If somebody comes here, and this is another matter that is going to be discussed another day. You hear how the Emiratis and certain individuals are coming to the country, they're leasing public land, and that land negotiations are taking place, and it's not in public, but it's being handled by the guys in the Ministry of Lands, privately with certain individuals who have already signed an MOU, which then gives them the template. What is the MOU that the Kenyan government has received from the Adani Group? That's what I want to see.
You want to see
The
proposal that they have submitted.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I thought I've seen you elsewhere, Senator, saying that you got those documents.
Yeah, what I have, I want the government to give me what they have.
Okay. So beyond those documents that are from Adani, do you have any other document from...
Senator Onyonka is basically talking about the fact that JKIA and all the other airstrips in Kenya have been sold to Adani Enterprises. And also there's some lands basically going on, being sold under people's back. And the fact that Musalia Mudavadi here in Kenya basically was talking about the fact it was not sold. And the fact that he came out talking about it, it's the fact that people are questioning it. But he was saying that we are always in regards to the consent of the people, which is a lie. And Senator Onyonka is talking about the fact that he wants to read the agreement between this enterprise and the Kenyan government, with the president is not producing these documents at all. But he has some few documents of it on his end, but he wants to see the document that has this agreement.
Because they're illegal. They're illegal. They sold off the goddamn They sold off the goddamn airport without the permission of the people. It didn't go through a referendum, so it's illegal. So it can easily be taken away because they were lying. First, they remember it was fake news. The country is so corrupt with these bastards. When you find out the truth, it's all fake news, it's made up, you can't do it unless to go to the people. Of course you can't do it. So those agreements are null and void. They're not legal, Airtime. They can easily be overruled.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have the power to give away Kenyan resources by him and his cabinet. That has to go through the people, not him. He doesn't have ownership of the goddamn airport.
And that's why he did it secretly.
Exactly.
From KAA to Adani.
Let me ask you a different question. Did you ever know about Adani? Talked of it.
Yeah,
Isn't everybody writing about Adani now? Why are you intending to question me and ask me the questions as if I'm the one who has committed the crime? Let the government.
Don't be defensive.
No, I'm not.
I come in peace.
Latif,
Hold on.
Latif.
Let's start again.
Latif.
Let's start again.
Yes.
Let's start again. So there's somebody who blew the whistle.
Yes.
Using you.
Yes.
They gave you documents.
That's true.
From Adani.
Yes.
And that is their proposal to KAA.
Thank you.
Okay. So you have that.
Yes.
Did they also give you any other documents? For example, a response from KAA to Adani saying we are in receipt and we shall discuss, or come next week we meet? Do you have anything?
Why would you want me to give you my evidence?
I'm asking, do you have?
I'm saying, yes, I do.
You do have that?
Yes, but I will not give it to anybody until the time. You see, what I'm saying, Latif, is this. I don't think the question on this table today is whether Adani exists or not. It did not exist. We have disclosed they exist. We have then raised an issue saying there are certain things and there are certain issues which are about this company called Adani. We then gone further and received more information and realized every single thing Adani has touched is a con game. Everything. You can go, they've done something in Malawi, they've done something in Australia. It's online. You see what the company has been. And what we are saying, even when you're telling us that Adani is telling us that they're going to give us 1.2, I think it's about close to 2 billion shillings for the partial development of the airstrip. What we know is that other countries like Rwanda, they have actually gotten the Qataris who have built a brand new airport for them for $2 billion and they're going to give them 40 aircraft for them to continue supporting their airline. Why would I complain about such a deal? Even if it was the Rwandan deal, I would still have wanted to see what the agreement talks about.
That's fair.
That is all.
That's what I'm asking. So, do you have any information that you can share here with us?
No, not on radio, because you know the matter is.
Listen, we know you're corrupt. You have information that we need to know? No. We know you tried to steal. We know you tried to sell the damn airport underneath it. So all you corrupt bastards can get some share because you don't give a fuck about Kenya or the Kenyan people. You're so corrupt, so wicked. Come on, I'm not sharing information with you right now. When the time comes, I'll share it. So you won't be able to try to change my evidence. First you said it didn't exist. Now you admit that it does exist. See, so you're already coming from a false place. You said that it didn't exist. It was made up. This is made up shit. And you see now, and we've seen it in Bloomberg. We've seen it in here in America. They always showed that in Bloomberg. Wall Street Journal, so we know the deal is real. You said it was fake news. You're so corrupt. And no country sells off its main airport. Never. Right. To a foreign power, any private industry. Never. You would never do no shit like that.
Right.
Because they can now dictate what's coming into your country and what's going out. Because we've seen the agreement said that the Kenyan government have no responsibility and no right to look and see what was coming in and out of the country. Are you out of your motherfucking mind? You think I would allow somebody to have ownership of of an airport in my country that I don't have access to see what's coming in and what's going out? That would be a childlike decision again. Sound crazy. You could be bringing arms in to start rebel groups. You could be shipping out diamonds and gold that you're stealing, and I couldn't know none of it. You out of your nobody would ever sign a deal like this unless you're an absolute corrupt moron.
Right.
Go ahead, Ayrton. Crazy as hell.
Seen what Adani has asked from KAA.
Yes.
What has KAA told Adani?
My argument is very simple. I have done my job of going to the Senate, asking questions, and I'm waiting for the answers to be given by the government. If I give any more information, I'm dirtying the water.
Okay.
Yes.
What information do you want from the government? What information should the government be providing the public?
The government should be saying why they
agreement which they have agreed.
Yeah, they would agree. The government's supposed to say why they go into agreement without the knowledge of the people being informed about this agreement first. That's the first thing I want to know, because that's illegal. Okay? First of all, since you're sitting there talking all smart, what do you want to know? I want to know why they thought they can go into agreement with a private company in India to have control of our airports without the consent of the people. That's my first thing I want to know. But when I said that, you said that was fake news. It was made up. And we know it's not made up. Because now we found out Donnie wants all the airports in Kenya. You must be out of your rabbit ass mind. But go ahead. Go to Eric.
Or they had. This is another question. How did they single source Adani? Right. We have single sourced one company. We are giving it this company. And I'm saying this because this, you see, when you are a whistleblower, when you receive information, the information that you get, if it adds up and begins to make sense, then there are certain particular government institutions who have the responsibility to do a forensic, a proper investigative trajectory, and who will make sure they clear the balance of this matter. What I'm saying is everything that I'm receiving from Kenya Airports Authority, from the Cabinet Prime Minister, from the President himself, they are no longer saying the deal doesn't exist. They are saying, actually, we are engaging. My argument...
First they said it didn't exactly. First they say it didn't exist. It's not corrupt there. Exactly right. He's right. First they say it didn't exist. You can't even be trusted. This is crazy. It don't exist. This is fake news. Who said this? Now all the information coming out. That's not fake news. That is, oh yeah, we are engaged. Well, you're not allowed to engage without the consent of the people. But you tried to do that. You tried to do it behind our back and sell our goddamn one of our major resources in the country, which is not your right to do. It's not your right. But you got caught. It's like a child that got his hand caught in the cookie jar. He told him, son, no more cookies. And you catch him cold-handed. Hey, what you doing? Why you got your hand in the cookie jar? Like, right. Did I tell you no more cookies? Yeah. Go here.
Government, give us the terms and conditions of your engagement.
Why would it be difficult to give over such terms of agreement?
That is why I'm waiting for them to deliver this to the Senate. And that is why I'm saying there was absolutely no need for the president to talk, because the institutions that we have are the ones who would have said, I think EACC and DCI, I know that the airport has not been sold or whatever that he says, but I think let us use institutions to investigate and confirm whether this matter is real or not.
And legit.
And legit.
What we're doing here with the questions is to help with the oversight role.
True.
So, what documents have you sought from KA? Can you give us a list of the documents?
I don't need no more documents no more. It's already been proven the deal exists. Why you keep talking crazy? This nigga right here is so crazy. I'm only like talking to him. You listen here, you corrupt bastard. We've already confirmed that the deal exists. Don't ask for paperwork. You've already admitted the deal exists. I'm asking for this paperwork they're talking about. We know the deal exists. We're asking you, who told you you had the right to go ahead with this deal? And what is the deal comprised of completely? That's what we're asking your ass. And all this, where's the paperwork at? Talking about. They're talking like I'm crazy. Where's the paperwork to prove the deal exists? We already know the deal exists, stupid. Go ahead.
Right. That was Senator Onyanko talking about the fact that government should produce documents, basically giving out the agreement, the terms and conditions of the agreement they had with Adani Enterprises in regards to selling JKIA and all other airstrips in Kenya. And basically, he's against it, which you should be against it. But as you were winding up here on Let's Pop with Airtime, I'm going to close with Dr. Arikana Chihumbori talking about the fact that Africans are colonizing the mind, and that's why the protests will basically continue also in Nigeria.
Evidence of theft, evidence of murder on display, in plain sight.
Exactly.
As we speak today, Black people are listed as 3/5 of a human being in the US Constitution. As we speak today, the redlining continues. As we speak today, African countries are being made to pay ridiculous interest rates on loans that they should not be paying for. As we speak today, reparations are due. Everybody else has been given reparations, expect us.
Exactly.
The question then becomes, what is wrong with this picture? Why aren't you and I standing up and demanding that what is right must be done? I can tell you why. Because no other race would stand for a minute.
Exactly.
What is being done to us?
Well, I'm glad you tell the truth. Pause that.
How long
No other race, pause that. No other race would, exactly, call your child race. No other race would do it. These are acts of war. No one's going, I know Airtime want to be loving and care everybody. Fuck all that. No other race going to talk about be loving and caring and all that shit. They're going to talk about what's justice, Airtime. That's what you're talking about. Fuck all your loving. Fuck all your caring. Fuck all your, let's all be friends. Fuck all that shit. We need justice first. Before I'm your friend, I need justice, Airtime. I can't be your friend and love you without justice. And that's what she's saying. Go ahead.
Finger of a British soldier last in Zimbabwe. How long do you think a thumb of a German soldier lasts in Namibia? Not even a minute. They would storm in, kill hundreds, if not thousands of people just to recover that one finger. Why is it that we are unable to come together and speak our truth and demand that what needs to be done must be done? It's because they defeated us where it matters the most, which is the mind. It started with the missionaries in Africa long before slavery. They were sent by the Roman Catholic Church to subdue the Africans.
Sorry,
believe that when you get
not the missionaries. Not the missionaries. Sorry. Go ahead.
In family medicine, practiced medicine for 25 years until one night. Around 3 a.m., a phone call comes in and says, Doc,
Sorry.
Yeah, I think he went back.
Everybody else has been given reparations. We were already brainwashed. We were meant to believe everything African was bad and undesirable, and everything European was better. And the same brainwashing continued as our children were taken out of Africa enslaved. It continued on the plantations, color gradations, light skin versus dark skin, field workers versus kitchen workers. To this day, we suffer from the legacy of slavery and the legacy of colonization.
That's it.
Doc
From
family,
Dr. Ari
family
Connor.
medicine, practice medicine for 25 years.
Okay, that's it from Dr. Ari Connor. Chihombori, I love her, talking about the fact that Africans are colonizing the mind and the fact that we should demand what's right. And we take everything that is taken away from us.
Irritan, can you hear me? Irritan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you
Yes.
are you colonized in the mind, Irritan?
No.
Okay.
I'm not.
I'm just asking for a friend. All right. Okay.
Is saying I like her. My grandparents told me as a child, the only friend you have is $1. That's how they think. The math ain't nothing. Favorite jobber. All right. It has been here on Let's Talk with Irritan. It has been Africa's Horizon. I believe the main point we're talking about is the Senator Onyeka here in Kenya, talking about the fact that the president has sold off JKIA and every other aspect in Kenya, and that's why we saw the last protest was Occupy JKIA, and I believe the youth are woke in regards to what's happening. We see Nigerians, they're tired of the bad governance, they are basically pushing for bad governance, and the protest is tomorrow. That's August 1st, and also the protest here in Kenya is tomorrow. So let's see what's going to happen, but I believe it's going to continue until all these leaders are no longer there, and we'll have Pan-Africanists and a better governors in Africa, in Kenya, in Nigeria, all over, basically putting in the effort, taking in everything, or basically taking back everything that was stolen, and basically demanding everything that is ours. Any last words, Mr. Keith yourself?
My last words. How you gonna take back everything when the white man gonna say, "Aren't we brothers and sisters in Christ, Irritan? How can you take stuff back? Are we brothers and sisters in Jesus?" And that's all that matters. That's all that matters, Irritan. Not your stuff. Not me constantly stealing from you. That we're brothers and sisters in Christ first. That's what matters. And you're gonna say, "Yeah." Okay, good. Keep stealing your shit. Shut the fuck up.
That's your last take?
That's my last take. That's right. Because I'm going to tell you, aren't we brothers and sisters in Christ? That's what I'm going to tell you. That same way the damn white Islam motherfucker tells these other niggas, aren't we brothers and sisters in Islam, in Allah? They say, of course we are. Why they keep enslaving African people, keep stealing from Africa. The Arabs are stealing out of Africa too. It ain't just the Caucasians. The white Arab is still African, unalive, and killing African people and enslaving them. So he gonna use the same hustle. I said, "Hey, aren't we brothers and sisters in Allah?" Like, yeah, okay. Well, shut the fuck up. Stop talking all that other shit then.
That's Keith's last take. Thank you, General Mosquito, Jibber Jabber, for joining me here today. So appreciate it. You have a comment, Irritan. Nice braids. Thank you so much. And then you're saying you can't braid animal hair like that. Okay, got it. But guys, see you later on Monday. And remember to download our app on Google Store, and also the guys are using the iPhone. Kindly stream on streamer www.blackoutfrightnetwork.com. It's always about redefining Africans as we redefine our mind here. And let's talk with Irritan. See you Friday with amazing information or an amazing show here. Thank you, Keith, for joining me. I'll definitely ponder on that, what you've said right away. Oh, salam alaikum. Okay, Rajana.
Right, that you know what that is. Peace be upon you in Arabic. Assalamu alaikum, Airtime. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. See, too bad the Indians they get there first. A bunch of niggas would be hit with that Hindu shit. It's only because the British brought them later. If the Indians came in first and tried to colonize Africa, you have a bunch of niggas that run around talking about they were Hindus too. Yeah, I'm a Hindu. I'm a Hindu. All that little goofy shit.
Keith.
I'm a goofy Hindu. I'm a goofy Hindu. Airtime. Hello.
I'm gonna see you guys later on Chubonge, and also let's stop with Airtime on Friday. But thank you for participation. Remember, you are the change you need to see in the world. Take care.
Airtime, let me ask you a question. How many guys do the Hindus have?
What do you mean by that?
How many guys do they got? How many guys do the Hindus got? You got a bunch of Indian motherfuckers in Kenya. You know, I'm asking how many guys do the Hindus believe in? Go look that up. I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know. It's like 5 or 10 of them motherfuckers, ain't it? You got Krishna, Kukasinda, Vinda, Papa Swami Jabba Daba. I don't know the motherfucker's name. I'm asking. I'm asking you, Iraton. You are the Black Hot Fire religion historian. So I'm asking you, how many goofy goddamn guys the Hindus got? They got Vishnu, Krishna, Ramadami, Swamalami, Lama Damadoo.